Should you buy the Meta Quest 3 or the Meta Quest 3S? Let's talk about it. Today, we're taking a look at the Meta Quest S3, which has been recently announced, and it's an absolutely gorgeous device, especially for those who haven't upgraded from the Meta Quest 2 yet. This might be the cheaper device you're waiting for. So again, very beautiful design, different style from the Quest 3, which is nice. So sleeker, more cameras, hopefully helping with better mixed reality. So looking at a nice clear mixed reality, looking like it's gonna give us full color as well. So in your space, again, if you haven't played with mixed reality yet, on the Quest 3 at least, you're missing out, right? And a price tag of just $299, it's a much more affordable price range than the very pricey Meta Quest 3. It's just as fast, it's nice, it has pretty similar features, which is obviously something you'd be looking for. So if you're ready to dive in to the Meta Quest 3, and you couldn't afford the full Quest 3, the Quest 3S might be perfect. And it's not just about affordability. Some people, they may just not want to invest their time. And again, Batman's gonna be on there as well, which I'm very, very excited for. Absolutely love Batman. Graphics are pretty decent. They don't look amazing, but they're pretty decent. I think this is a great competitor for the Quest 3. Also, just compare it against the Vision Pro, right? Which is just ridiculously expensive. Also, when you do buy it, you get Arkham Shadow, which is pretty cool. And if you're excited for Arkham Shadow, hit the subscribe button down below, because we're gonna definitely stream Arkham Shadow when it comes out very soon. So this is the Meta Quest 3S versus the Meta Quest 3. Let's go ahead and take a side-by-side price comparison. Now, the prices are in Canadian dollars. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't know how to change it to US. I'm in Canada. Just deal with it. But we're looking at $399 versus $679, a massive price difference. Now, what do you get in the Meta Quest 3S versus Meta Quest 3, and is with upgrading? Let's go ahead and take a look. Forbes actually wrote a beautiful article on this, and we're going to use this for some supporting thesis. So Meta Quest 3 versus 3, what you lose and gain with a cheaper headset. Okay, so Meta has announced the Quest 3S as a long expected headset that fills a more affordable end of virtual reality headset lineup. You'll pay $299 US for a Quest 3S compared to $429 US for the 128 Quest 3 or $499 for the 512 gigabyte edition. The key aim is to bring the standard and cheaper Quest headset options, so people can have their hands on mixed reality capabilities and just higher tech. This will make it a lot easier for developers over time, ensuring those current gen headsets have accessibility to a core that is capable of all the features. Each has a Snapdragon XR2 Gen, 2 chips, and color pass-through cameras required for good mixed realities. But what do you lose out on? Let's go ahead and take a look. So pancake lens versus Fresnel lenses. The Quest 3S is using Fresnel lenses, just like the Quest 2. The Meta upgraded to pancake lenses on the Meta Quest 3 and has found the upgrade to be most sustainable visual change iterations. So with the Quest 3, this has a pancake lenses. I don't have my Quest 2 here, and I don't have the S, obviously. The pancake lenses, guys, it's just a much cleaner design, as you can see. Also, it just helps with the optics. It's just better optics, better sharpness, and less pixelation. So that's gonna be the big trade-off. Especially in US dollars, we're talking about $120 more to get the pancake lenses, right? Which may be, that alone may be worth upgrade. But again, if sharpness and visuals is not your major concern, then it won't matter. But it's not just better peak sharpness, but the way the sides of images are radically clearer, it makes looking around with your eyes instead of your head much more visible, and the lens sweet spot is so much wider, right? So again, instead of like turning your head to look around, you can just use your eyes with the pancake lenses. So again, maybe worth the upgrade. So now the second difference is low resolution. So the Quest 3 has 4.5 million display pixels at its disposal, where the Quest 3S has 3.5 million, so a million pixel different, right? The total resolutions are 2064 by 2208 for the Quest 3 and 1834 by 1920 for the Quest 3S. The cheaper headset again matches Quest 2 quality rather than a newer model. Now again, if you already have a Quest 2 and you want the upgrade, right? Rather than just the games, you want to get the whole next gen upgrade, right? Imagine you play PS3, the PS4 comes out, and they make a PS3S. Would you want to get a PS3S that has similar features to the PS4 or just a PS4, right? But again, budget's obviously something to consider. But also, guys, something to consider is the used market. Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Amazon. Just make sure you get it from an authentic seller, or at least get it from a trustworthy person. But that might be a way to save that difference in price. Like a brand new Quest 3 versus a brand new Quest 3S. $20 difference, but a brand new Quest 3S might be very similar to the price of a pre-owned Quest 3, so keep that in mind as well. So let's talk about the headset's PPDs, pixels per degree. This tells you how sharp the image appears in VR headsets, because the wider the field of view in a headset has, the more you're stretching out the span of those pixels. The Quest 3 again is better here with 25 PPD, and the Quest 3S at 20 PPD. Okay. Also, you can have a narrower field of vision in the Quest 3S versus the Quest 3. We're not going to technicals, but you can pause and read it here if you like. The cheaper headset has a better battery life. Okay, so that is a plus. It's not all bad news for the Quest 3S. It's rated for a significantly longer runtime off of a full charge than the Quest 3 at 2.5 hours to 2.2 hours. Despite the Quest 3 having a higher battery capacity, over 5,600 amps versus 4,300 amps, what gives, as well as having higher resolution displays, the Quest 3 is likely running them a bit harder because the headset's pancake lenses are typically much less efficient than Fresnel lenses used by Quest 3S. So again, you're getting a little bit more battery life. But me personally, guys, I haven't had a massive issue with battery life. I do have a Quest, the neck charging pack, which is a nice thing. But also, if you're playing on desktop, you could plug it in. It hasn't been the biggest issue for me. But again, if you are someone who's going to be playing Gorilla Tag for like 8 hours a day, that might be something to consider. But again, one of those battery case headset things work just fine. I don't think I have a battery pack on mine, but yeah, those usually help. All right, so the verdict: should you pay more? The Quest 3S is equivalent of a Quest 2 upgraded with color pass-through cameras, Quest 3 controllers, and much better processor. It will deliver better graphics in a lot of apps and games, but not noticeable improvements in optic quality. This should be in interest of many Quest 2 owners that still like VR, but are disappointed by all the Quest 3 upgrades that they've been missing out on. But does the Quest 3 still provide legitimacy, better image? It sure does. And it goes to the verdict, right? And then before I give my final opinion, let's just compare them side by side. Again, we're looking at prices in Canadian figures now again. So $399 versus the $679 for the base of both of them. What are you really getting, right? So again, it's still a very, very similar experience, right? But again, obviously you're getting a little bit more with the Quest 3, right? Which may be worth that extra price point. Now, my final verdict: which one should you go for? The Quest 3S versus the Meta Quest 3, right? And let's just compare 128 by 128. And let's just go back to US figures, because I know a lot of you guys are watching in the US. Shout out to the USA. Love it. So $300 versus $430. So for the $130 difference, is it worth getting cheaper lenses inside, less quality, but more battery life? I don't know. I would opt to just pay $130 more to get the real deal, the real shebang, because it just makes more sense, right? And I know Meta's probably gonna release like another Quest 3 Pro eventually, or a better Quest 3 version by next year. So the tech is always gonna continue upgrading. And if you're at Quest 2 and you haven't made the jump over just yet, you have the option of continue waiting or jump into the Quest 3. The Quest 3S is still legitimately nice. I just feel like this is a light version device, which again is suitable for most people. And if money isn't the biggest budget, if $130 is not going to make or break this for you, I'd go for the upgrade. If $130 is going to make or break this for you, then you're still going to enjoy this, right? It's going to be your Quest 2, but a much more better version. That's pretty much my verdict, guys. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you prefer the Quest 3S or the Quest 3? What do you think is better? I want to know what you guys think as well. That wraps the video. If you like watching Quest 3 news, update videos, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. We also post a ton of video game reviews here, as well as free games on the Quest 2, Quest 3, and now Meta Quest 3S. That wraps the video. Until next time, it is your friend Umar. Peace.